Hello everyone. We are going to learn the fourth project of Intelligent Operation and Maintenance of Industrial Robot Systems, Mechanical Installation and Commissioning of Industrial Robots. There are two tasks in this project. In this class, we will learn Task 1, Master the Mechanical Installation of Industrial Robots 1. Part 1, Task Description. Students are required to conduct mechanical installation practice of industrial robots with the RH0A6 Axis Industrial Robot as a case. Students should be familiar with the parts, tooling, tools, and consumables required for the installation of each axis of the industrial robot, as well as the installation sequence and steps of each axis, and be able to operate proficiently. The logical structure of this task is shown in Figure 4:1. Part 2. Learning of relevant knowledge. First, installation requirements. During the mechanical installation of industrial robots, the requirements shall be followed, and the installation shall be carried out in a standardized manner. The requirements for the installation environment are detailed in relevant knowledge, one of Task 2 in Project 2. The installation requirements for each components, screws, bearings, gears, timing, pulleys, motors, and reducers, frames, are detailed in relevant knowledge, 2 approximate 11 of Task 2 in Project 2. Second, safety matters. Attention should be paid to the safety matters of industrial robot installation and operation, which are mainly reflected in two aspects: personal safety and industrial robot safety. Among them, personal safety is the first priority. Industrial robot safety requires that parts shall not be damaged or lost, and the precision and surface roughness of parts shall not be reduced. In addition, hoisting operation is an indispensable link in robot installation. Relevant knowledge is detailed in Task 3 of Project 2. Third, technical parameters. The following will take the mechanical installation of the RH0A6 Axis Industrial Robot as an assembly case for learning. The technical parameters and dimensions of this industrial robot are detailed in relevant knowledge, 6 of Task 6 in Project 3, Part 3, Task Preparation. The following points should be prepared for the installation of industrial robots. First, operation data, including general assembly drawings, component assembly drawings, part drawings, material BOM, etc. Until the end of the project, the integrity and cleanliness of the drawings and the completeness of process information records must be guaranteed. If the part size record is unclear, the size of the mating surface should be measured before installation. Second, operation site. The placement of parts and assembly of components must be carried out in the specified site. The site for the placement and assembly of the whole machine must be clearly planned. Until the end of the entire project, all operation sites must be kept neat, standardized, and orderly. Third, assembly materials. Before operation, the assembly materials specified in the assembly process must be in place on time. If some non-critical materials are not in place, the operation sequence can be changed, and then the material list can be filled in for procurement. Fourth, before assembly, the structure of the equipment, assembly technology, and process instructions should be understood. First, preparation for installation of Robot Axis J1. The relevant parts, tooling, tools and consumables required for the installation of Axis J1 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4:1. The parts include base, turntable, J1 axis RV reducer, J1 axis motor, screw M16, screw M14, screw M8, tooling, wooden pad, tools, torque wrench, vernier caliper, depth gauge, air blow gun, grease gun, Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, hexagon wrench, open-end wrench, consumables, industrial wiping paper, thread locker, sealant, grease. Second, preparation for installation of Robot Axis J2. The relevant parts, tooling, tools, and consumables required for the installation of Axis J2 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-2. Third, preparation for installation of Robot Axis J3. The relevant parts, tooling, tools and consumables required for the installation of Axis J3 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-3. Fourth, preparation for installation of Robot Axis J4. The relevant parts, tooling, tools and consumables required for the installation of Axis J4 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-4. Fifth, preparation for installation of robot forearm, wrist. The relevant parts, tooling, tools and consumables required for the installation of the forearm, wrist of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-5. Sixth, preparation for installation of Robot Axis J5. The relevant parts, tooling, tools and consumables required for the installation of Axis J5 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-6. Seventh, preparation for installation of robot Axis J6. The relevant parts, tooling, tools, and consumables required for the installation of Axis J6 of the industrial robot are shown in Table 4-7. That is all for this class. See you next class.